Get my drivers from race 9 out there to Marshall. Drivers from race 9 out there to Marshall. Or actually, I'll probably have volunteers. Race 9, I'll probably have you guys marshal race number 2 for me. For race 1 novice, you guys are up.
One minute to the start of the race. Jalen Janes. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Jocelyn Hargis. Colton Hargis. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. I got everybody checked in. Got my marshals. Thank you guys. Order is going to be Colton in the 1 spot, Jalen in the 2, Jocelyn in the 3. Go ahead and stop right there where you're at. Oh, man. All right. Drivers are ready. Marshals are ready. I'll probably just have you go where you're at. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. You guys can go on the sound of the tone. Go, 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 go. Three wide, coming by the finish line. Race 1 novice off and underway. Watch it on the backstretch. Got a dead car. Nope, it's going. Trouble into 1. 5 laps down, 20 to go. Right now it's Jocelyn up front. Gonna have a lap over Colton in the 2 spot right there behind her. Colton going around the outside. He's in that all silver yellow wheels. Jalen in the 3 spot. I got a ringer. We got different drivers now. Okay. Ten laps down, 15 to go. Watch it on the backstretch. Keep it high. $15 laps down, 10 to go. It's Jocelyn up front still. Low on the backstretch. Go low on the back. Go low on the back. Jocelyn and Colton. Jocelyn still up front. Gonna have 8 seconds over Colton. About a lap back. 6 laps left to go. Five laps left. Colton trying to get his lap back. Colton got his lap back, trying to make up another lap behind Jocelyn. 4 laps left to go. She's out front in that all pink #1 car. Two laps left to go. White flag is out for Jocelyn.
Jocelyn
You guys will be done as you cross.
Jalen James
Checkered
done.
flag is out. You'll be done when you cross. That is a race.
drivers
Jocelyn going
are
to take it.
finished.
Colton in the 2.
Colton
Jalen in the
Barge is
3.
done.
Race number 2, Bandit. You guys are up. Race 2, Bandit. You guys are up. My drivers from the last race out there to Marshall. Or actually, I'm going to have drivers from race 9 help me out for this one. Drivers from race 9 help me out for this one. Should be my late model guys. Have you guys out here, a couple of you out here to Marshall.
Mike Kraft Jr., Steve Crawford, James Chestnut.
Looks like you guys are ready to go. Get you lined up as James in the 1, Mike Kraft in the 2, Steve in the 3 spot.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Just a second. 25-lap heat race. Drivers are ready. Marshall's ready. Go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. James pushing wide. Mike had to look to the inside, being patient. Might just have different lines. James blocking the inside that time by. James and Michael. James going wide. Mike Kraft to the inside. Drag race down the front. James has some motor. Tried to stick it in. Gets spun out into turn 1. 6 laps down, 19 to go. Mike Kraft Jr. leading the way. James in the 2. Steve going to be 1 second back in 3rd. Eight laps left to go. 8 laps left to go. Mike Kraft Jr. 6 seconds over James Chestnut. 1 second back to Steve Crawford in the 3 spot. Low on the backstretch. Now high in the back. Oh, James getting spun at the top. Your top two right there together. 5 laps left to go. Race 3, 13.5 sprint. You guys are up next.
Mike Kraft Jr. done.
You guys will be done
Steve
as you
Crawford
cross.
done. All drivers are finished. James Chestnut done.
That is a race. Mike Kraft going to take it. James second, Steve third. Race 3, 13.5 sprint. You guys are up.
Michael Honeycutt. Josh Goodlow. Brian Erb. Chris Hall. Neil Houghton. Michael L. Scott Miller.
Get Sean Jack checked in.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Sean Jack. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we got everybody checked in. Got my marshals. Thank you guys. Going to get you all lined up on the front stretch. Starting order going to be Brian Erb in the 1 spot, Michael L in the 2 spot, Sean Jack 3, Chris Hall in the 4, Josh Goodlow 5, Honeycutt 6, Scott Miller 7, and Neil Houghton in the 8 spot. All right, guys, 25 lap feature heat race. Work together. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Go and roll them off. You go live out of 4. All right, we'll try that again. I'm yes, the leader sets the pace, but maybe pick it up just a tad. Bottling everybody up always makes for interesting starts. Go ahead and roll them off. High through 3 and 4. Keep it high through 3 and 4. That is clear. Watch it on the back stretch. Low on the back. Go low on the back. Go low on the back. High on the back stretch. High on the back. Michael, your whole cage is off. Neil Houghton working his way up to the top spot. Brian Erb, that number 2 spot. Trying to figure it out. I think something might have messed up. Sorry, it's Brian Erb up front. Neil Houghton in the 2 spot. Sean Jack in 3rd. Chris Hall 4. Scott Miller 5. Honeycutt 6. Michael L 7. Josh Goodlow in the 8 spot. Nine laps left to go. Low out of 4. Go low out of 4. Go low out of 4. Brian Erb up front. 7 seconds over Neil Houghton in that number 2 spot. Chris Hall in the 3. Sean Jack 4. Scott Miller 5. Honeycutt 6. Honeycutt having some trouble off the track.
Brian Erb done. Neil Houghton done.
You guys will be
Sean
done
Jack
as you cross.
Chris Hall done. All drivers are finished. Scott Miller done.
Brian Erb going to take that. Neil Houghton in the 2. Chris Hall 3. Sean 4. Scott 5. Honeycutt 6. Michael L 7. Josh 8. Race 4. First tee to slash. You guys are up. Race 4. First tee to slash. You guys are up. I thought if it was set at 4, anything below. So anything below 4 wouldn't count. Okay, that makes sense then. Never mind. His first lap was 4.6, so all right. Well, I set it to 5 flat, so I don't think any of them are hitting that fast.
Colby Jones. Tyler Baker.
I got it fixed, Brian. I heard you say something when I called Neil out front, and then I changed it, and you were right. You were out front.
James
It
Chestnut.
counted his first lap when I hit the tone.
One minute to the start of the race. Bob Portwood. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we'll go ahead and shut down the straight, get you guys all lined up. Order's going to be James Chestnut in that number 1 spot, Bob Portwood in the 2, Tyler Baker in the 3, and Colby Jones in the 4 spot. All right, drivers are ready, marshals are ready. Go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. Watch it on the front. Tyler into the wall. 10 down, 20 to go. James Chestnut leading the way. Bob Portwood in that number 2 spot. Going to be 1.9 seconds back. Tyler in that number 3 spot, about 3 seconds behind Bob. $11 laps left to go. 11 laps left to go. Seven laps left. James Chestnut still leading the way. He's that orange number 67 car down the backstretch. Bob Portwood in that 2 spot. That number 26 car. Tyler Baker in 3rd, running the 8 car. Colby in the number 10 down the front stretch. Running in the 4 spot. 4 laps left to go. White flag is out.
James Chestnut
You'll
done.
be done as you cross. Got
Tyler
Bob to
Baker
finish.
done.
That is a
Colby
race.
Jones
James going to
done.
take it. Bob 2nd. Tyler
All
3rd.
drivers
Colby
are
4.
finished.
Race number
Bob
5.
Portwood
Second heat
done.
of Slash. You guys are up. Race 5. Second heat of Slash. You guys are up. Get my drivers from the last race back out there to Marshall.
Don Kraft. Mike Kraft Jr. Jason Graves. Robert Summers. One minute to the start of the race. Arlen Simon.
Jason, I think you lost your pinion gear.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got marshals, or I got drivers. I just need marshals. If you were in the last race,
30 seconds to the start of the race.
what's your name with the water bottle? Brantley, if you weren't racing, I probably won't have you out there. I'll have Bob get your spot for you.
"15 seconds to
Perfect,
the start
thank
of
you,
the
guys.
race.
James, we should be good. Graves, you out of this one? All right. It's going to be Mike Kraft Jr. in the 1 spot, Arlen Simon 2nd, Robert Summers 3rd, Don Kraft in the 4 spot. Drivers are ready, marshals are ready. Go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. Trouble in 1 and 2. Your top second and third getting together there. It's Mike Kraft Jr. leading the way. Mike Kraft Jr. up front. Robert Summers in the 2 spot. Don Kraft third. Arlen Simon 4. Or 10 laps left to go. Mike Kraft Jr. gonna have 6 seconds over Robert Summers. Don Kraft in the 3. Arlen in the 4. Five laps left to go. Mike, Robert, Don, and Arlen, your running order. Everybody pretty spread out. Arlen trying to run down Don, only 1 second back. White flag is out.
Mike Kraft Jr. done. Robert Summers done. Don Kraft done.
That is a race. Mike
All
gonna take it.
drivers are
Robert
finished.
second, Don third, Arlen
Arlen
4.
Simon done.
Race 6, SC Mod, you guys are up. Race 6, SC Mod, you guys are up. Get my drivers from the last one out there to Marshall. Race 6, you guys are up.
Aaron Hargis. Tad Janes. Steve Crawford.
Get a couple drivers from the last race out there to Marshall.
One minute to the start of the race.
Get Sean Jack checked in. And once again, if you were in the last race, get you back out there to Marshall. If you were in that last race, get you back out there to Marshall.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Sean Jack. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Starting order is going to be Tad Janes in that number 1 spot, Aaron Hargis in the 2, Steve Crawford 3, and Sean Jack in the 4. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Go ahead and roll them off. Go live out of 4. Watch it in 1 and 2. 12 laps down. Tad Janes and Aaron Hargis are going to be 1.5 seconds apart. Sean and Steve, they're going to be a lap apart. Tad and Aaron, closest battle for SC Mod. Going to be 1.2 seconds apart. 5.7 from Tad, hot lap of the race. Aaron runs a 5 or 6.1. Aaron runs a 5.80 that time by his best lap. 1.3 seconds behind Tad. Another 5.80 for Aaron. Reeling him in just a bit, down to 1 second. Three laps left to go. Tad and Aaron, 7/10 apart. Got Steve in between them. 2 laps left. Aaron sticking it in there. They're going to both get going. Battle for SC Mod coming down the straightaway. White flag is out. And you'll be done as you cross.
Tad Janes done. Aaron Hargis done. Steve Crawford done.
That is a race.
All
Tad Janes
drivers
going
are
to take
finished.
it. Aaron Hargis second, only half
Sean
a second
Jack
back.
done.
Sean Jack going to take the win in SC Mod Light. Steve Crawford finishing up in that 2 spot. Race 7, Street Stock, you guys are up. Race 7, Street Stock, you guys are up. Get my drivers from the last one out there to Marshall. Race 7, you guys are up.
David Johnson. Dalton France. Don Kraft. Robert Summers. Brandon Shrout.
We get Jason Mack checked in, and we'll be
1
good to
minute
go.
to the start of the race.
All right, I appreciate the kid help. I would love to get the guys that actually raced out there to Marshall, though. If you were in that last race, get you back out there to Marshall.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Tad,
30 seconds
I'll
to
be
the
honest,
start of
I'd
the
rather
race.
have like guys that raced out there. There's Jason, got him checked in.
Jason McLaren on.
Order is going to be Brandon Trout in the 1
15
spot,
seconds
Robert
to the
Summers
start of
second,
the
Dalton
race.
France third, Don Kraft 4, David Johnson 5, Jason Mack in the 6th spot. All right. Drivers are ready. Marshals are ready. Go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. Six down, 24 to go. Brandon Trout. Sorry, let me adjust the laps. 18 laps left to go. It's Brandon Shrout leading the way. Down the backstretch. He's the purple and white and yellow. Watch it onto the straightaway. Leader getting caught up. Jason Mack going to go by for the top spot. He's a green, white, and purple. Robert Summers right there behind him in the 2 spot, the blue and white. Shrout in 3rd. Don Kraft 4, David Johnson 5, Dalton Franson the 6. High through 3 and 4, high through 3 and 4. That is clear. Your top 3 all coming down the back straightaway. Jason leading the way. Robert in the 2, Brandon 3. Trouble in 1 and 2. Jason Mack, Robert Summers, your top 2. Down the backstretch, 7/10 apart. Shrout going to be 1.6 back in 3rd. Don Kraft in the 4, David Johnson 5, Dalton Franson the 6. Don and David, they're only 9/10 apart. David having some trouble. Gets back going. Five laps left to go. Jason and Robert only 1/10 apart. Battle for the lead down the backstretch. Watch it on the front. That is clear. 3 laps left to go. They're 3/10 apart. Your top 2. White flag is out. You'll be done as you cross. Jason going to take it. Robert in the 2.
Dalton France done. David Johnson done.
That is a race.
Brandon
Jason Mack going to
Shrout
take it.
done.
Robert second. Brandon,
All
Don,
drivers
Dalton,
are
and
finished.
David. Race number
Don Kraft
8.
done.
Second heat of street stock. You guys are up. Race 8. Second heat of street stock. You guys are up. Get my drivers in the last one out there to Marshall.
Scott Simon. Michael Honeycutt. Mike Kraft Jr. Arlen Simon. James Chestnut. Charles Jones. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got drivers, I got marshals. Order is going to be Mike Kraft Jr. in the 1, Scott second, James third, Michael, Arlen,
15
and
seconds
Charles.
to the start of the race.
All right, drivers are ready, marshals are ready. Go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. 5 laps down, 20 to go. Scott Simon going to take it, or going to be up front. Mike Kraft Jr. in the 2 spot, 1/10 back. Honeycutt 3rd, James 4, Arlen 5, Charles 6. Trouble up front. Scott going to hang on to the lead. Scott Simon up front. Mike Kraft Jr. in the 2, 3 seconds back. Honeycutt 3rd, James 4, Charles and Arlen. James, Charles, and Arlen, your battle for the 4 spot. They're all 3 of them going to be really close. Watch into 1 and 2. Keep it low into 1 and 2. Five laps left to go. Three laps left. Scott, Mike, Michael, Arlen, Charles, and James. White flag is out.
Scott Simon
You guys be done as you cross.
Michael Honeycutt done. Mike Kraft Jr. done. Charles Jones done. Arlen
That's
Simon
Ray
done.
Scott going to take it. Mike second.
All
Michael,
drivers are
Charles,
finished.
Arlen, and James.
James Chestnut done.
Race 9, open late model. You guys are up. Race 9, open late model. You guys are up.
Aaron Hargis. Neil Houghton. Brian Erb. Chris Hall. Scott Miller. One minute to the start of the race.
All right. Got everybody checked in. Got my marshals. Thank you, guys.
45
I'm going to have
seconds to the
the
start of the
sprint
race.
guys start up front. It's going to be Brian in the 1, Aaron in the 2. Then it's going to be Chris Hall, Scott Miller, and Neil Houghton. Drivers are
30
ready.
seconds to the
Marshals
start
are
of the
ready.
race.
You guys go ahead and roll them off. You go live out of 4. We'll try that again. Bring them back to the front. One more time. You guys go ahead and roll them off. A lot going on here early on in this one. Aaron Hargis going to be leading the way. Brian Erb up in the 2 spot. Scott Miller going to be leading late model. Neil going to be 2 seconds back. Chris going to be 2 seconds back in third. Scott, Neil, and Chris all pretty close here. Scott getting run over by Brian, able to hang on to the lead. Chris to the inside of Neil there. Good pass for the 2 spot. Down the backstretch they go. Second and third here in late model. Brian showing Brian. Aaron up front. Brian in the 2 in the open sprint class. Oh, Neil out of this one early. Scott and Chris going to be 6/10 apart. 5 laps left to go. Oh, my Lord. White flag is out. Chris and Scott, they're 3/10 apart. Battle for the lead coming down the front. Oh, Scott looping it out.
Aaron Hargis done. Brian Erb done. Chris Hall done.
Chris, you're done.
All
Wait on
drivers
Scott
are
to
finished.
finish. That is a race.
Scott
Chris
Miller
going to
done.
take it. Scott in the 2, Neil 3. And it's Aaron 4, Brian 5. Well, Aaron going to win sprint. Brian finishing up second. That's it for qualifying. We're going to get your main set up, do some track prep. We'll let you know what time.